In slokas 27 and 28, Lord Krishna says, shutting out all thoughts of external enjoyment with a gaze fixed on the space between eyebrows, equalizing the flow of incoming and outgoing breath in the nostrils, and thus controlling the senses, mind and intellect. The sage who becomes free from desire and fear always lives in freedom. So how jnanis, the sages, have control over their mind, in body and intellect. That is what explained by Lord Krishna in this sloka. They are disinterested in the material world. So they are able to turn their attention inside, inward look. So they are able to concentrate on meditation. So when we concentrate on meditation, we fix God in our mind in the form of, in any form, in any name, and we think of His pastimes, that's Leelas, and we think of the abodes, the Vaikunta, the Paramapada. So what happens? Our thoughts are fixed only on God. We don't have any other thoughts, so we are not attracted towards outside. This is how jnanis do. They do not have any attention towards material world, outside world, because they are not interested and they are detached to that. So they are able to concentrate on meditation. So we fix our mind on God. So when we chant slokas or when we chant God's nama and we fix the image of God in our mind and we recall or we think of His pastimes, what we heard or what we read, then visualizing the abode of God. So visualization always has very good impact. So when we visualize, so our mind is only in the divine abode. So we think of only that. So this is what these enlightened souls, the sannyasis, they do that. So this is highlighted in these two slokas. So how to maintain that, how to concentrate, so how to bring that concentration or focused mind on God or anything. So how to develop the mind focused on one thing. So what do the sannyasis do? They shut out the thoughts of all sense objects. They do not think of any other, they don't have the pictures or the thoughts of sense objects. Then when they meditate, they truly close their eyes and think of God. It is not like how we do, keeping one eye open and one eye closed, and we get all the disturbances. So what happens? These disturbances do not allow us to focus on God. So these defects are removed. So how can we remove those defects? There is yogic practice. What kind of practice? To control senses, mind and intellect, they concentrate on the gap between the two eyebrows. So they fix their mind on that. So that develops focusing, the concentration. Then they concentrate on breathe, inhale and exhale. So that they are very conscious of equal inhaling and equal exhaling. So they concentrate on breathing process. These are the yogic practices they do. They surrender to God and control their sense, mind and intellect. So they put all this into practices and they very strongly believe that God is the enjoyer. He is the karta of everything and He is the doer and He is the owner of everything in the world and He is the enjoyer. And He is the enjoyer of all austerities and sacrifices. So we do all karma in the form of yajna spirit. We do it as sacrifice. And for whom? For the God. So God is the enjoyer of all that. So all these thoughts are in, all these beliefs are in sannyasis. So they concentrate one and they practice out of the yogic practice. They are able to concentrate on Atma. So that Atma and Atma Jnanam, and through Atma Jnanam they realize Paramatma, so God realization. And no system of yoga is complete without bhakti. So only with bhakti we can do all that. If we are not having bhakti or devotion, the entire system collapses. We cannot concentrate on. We will not have God's image in our mind. We will not chant slokas because basically we are not bhaktas. So the system is incomplete if there is no bhakti. So only with bhakti we can do. So these two slokas reveal the significance of devotion. So the objective of meditation is to attain moksha. So to attain moksha we should have peace of mind. How to attain peace of mind? So to have control over mind, body and intellect, and think God in your mind. Fix God in your mind. So there are no other disturbances, and you are chanting sloka or you are chanting nama of God. So everything is, whatever you do, it is related to only God. So naturally no other thoughts disturbing you. So you get into peace of mind. And when we practice this, it takes us further in the spiritual path and it leads to moksha. So these two slokas help us to understand how the yogic practice to be done. When mind is restless, our eyes will wander. It will not close. It will not listen to the instruction. So it will be rolling. So when you want your eyes to be controlled, when you want your eyes to be closed, you should have a stabilized mind. So when you are restless, it affects our breathing. That is why you have to concentrate on breathing. That is what the Jnani said. Lord Krishna explains in this sloka. So if you concentrate on breathing, inhale and exhale, so you don't have any problem. But if your mind is restless, it affects breathing. So panic, you become. So this is what happening in the present situation. What we are undergoing, many people are dying because of panic attack. They have fear of this corona, and even if they get slight temperature, there is a fear killing us, whether it will be that virus. So when we have fear, we are moved away from God. The thoughts of God are fading away because we fix our mind only in worries about our body, worries about the disease. So what happens? We are not able to concentrate on breathing. So the breathing gets affected. So the sloka is very much related and very much useful for today's living. And we are all affected by this situation. So how to manage that? So don't ever go to the extent of affecting our breathing. So to get normal breathing, regular breathing, equal breathing, we should keep our mind calm. So how to keep your mind calm? Lord Krishna has explained. So when you are in thoughts of, remove the fear. Don't have fear of this disease. Instead, you put valuable information. Don't listen to all junk information. Because there are some true information, some are exaggerated. So don't listen to that. You have to segregate the information. So listen to only the genuine one. And according to that, you practice the precautionary methods which are to be followed. So when you follow the precautionary methods, when you wear face mask, when you follow social distancing and you get vaccination, what happens? We are protecting ourselves from. So we are doing what all we can do, we are doing. So that you will have peace in your mind. Yes, I am doing my best. and I'm thinking of what? I'm leaving it to God. So God is there to help me. So we should fix that in our mind. Then we will not go to the extent of getting panic. So this sloka is a boon, it is a gift for managing today's situation. So how to remain calm? When you remain calm, when your mind is peaceful, then your breathing is normal. So we should see that breathing is very important. So we should be aware of it and do necessary practices. So it is, when your mind becomes restless, only everything gets affected. The thoughts. What is mind? It's a bundle of thoughts. So here Lord Krishna is explaining how to prepare physically ourselves for meditation. So the most suitable sloka for today's scenario, and all the slokas in Bhagavad Gita are applicable to today's life, and not only today, for many years again. It will be for future too, future generation too, and depends on how we absorb everything, how we receive Gita, how we understand the slokas, and how we put the teachings into practice.